What's going on, everybody? This is Darren Wong representing the Kinjas, and today we're going to learn a top rock movement called the kick and twist. Alright, so there's many different ways to teach this movement, but for my students, I usually break this down into 4 separate movements on each side. So your right is going to have 4 movements, and your left side is going to have 4 movements. Alright, so let's get started. So throughout this video, I'm going to give you a bunch of cues to help you understand this move a little bit easier. So the first cue I'm going to give you is the first 2 movements, you want to think of keeping your legs straight, and then the second 2 movements, you want to think about bending your legs. Alright, so this movement is very similar to the kick and step and also the crossover step. Okay, so we're going to start with our right leg. I'm going to kick to the front. And then kind of similar to the salsa step, I'm going to switch my feet. But instead of bending my foot like the salsa step, I'm going to keep my legs straight. So I'm kicking and I'm switching and keeping that leg straight. So again, with my right, I'm going kick. I'm going to switch to my left leg being straight, up in the air. Okay, from here, I'm kind of going into that crossover step. So my left leg is going to cross over my body to my right. And as that happens, I'm going to lift up my right leg so it's in the air. So I'm going to cross over here. Okay, so just those 3. I'm going kick, I'm switching, and then I'm crossing over. So again, if you notice, the first 2 steps, my legs are straight. So this is straight leg, and then I'm bending it to start the other 2. Bend. Okay, from here, I'm just going to switch my feet, and I'm going to bend my left leg now. Bend. Okay, so one more time. This is going kick with your right, keep your left straight, bend your right leg, bend your left leg. So that's 4 movements. So let's count 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're starting with our right. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. One more time. So with your right again, this is kick, switch, cross, switch. All right, so once you have that down, let's try to get to our left side. So I'm going to teach it from starting here because this is where it gets a little bit confusing. So our left leg is in the air. We just finished our 4th step on our right. So from here, I want to get back to the front. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump off this right leg and turn my body to the front and at the same time kick with my left. So it's going to look like this. Kick. So one more time. You're here, your left leg is up, you just finished the last of the 4 movements. I'm going to jump on my right leg, face the front, and kick with my left here. Okay, so let's try going 1, 2, 3, 4, and then starting 1 to our left side. So we're starting with our right. This is 1, switch 2, over 3, switch 4. Now we're going this way. So we're going to kick with our left. 1. All right, so once you have that transition down, that left kick to the front is starting the 4 movements on your left side. Okay, so that's number 1. So over here, when we kick to the front and transition to our left, this is 1. Now we're repeating the process, but on our other side. So since our left leg just kicked, I want to switch my feet and keep my right leg straight. So again, the first 2 movements, straight legs. So I'm switching my feet, straight legs. So over here, let's start over here with a transition. So I'm hopping with my right, kicking with my left, kick, switch my feet, keep it straight. Now, from here, we're doing that crossover step. So now our right is coming over to our left. And when we cross over, our left is going to be bent. So I'm crossing over, bend my leg. Okay, so we're over here. Our left leg is up. We're starting the first movement, starting going to the left. So I'm kicking with my left. This is 1. Switch my feet. 2. Cross over. 3. Now from here, just to get the last movement down, all I'm doing is I'm switching my feet and I'm bending my right leg. Okay, so my left's going down, bend over. Okay, so we're over here. We kick to the front. This is 1, switch 2, over 3, switch 4. Let's try that one more time. So we're over here. We're going to kick. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so just to make sure we understand how to transition back over, let's just go over that transition. Okay, so now our right leg is in the air. We just finished the 4th movement on our left side. So to get back to our right, we want to kick with our right. So all we're doing is we're hopping on our left leg and we're kicking straight to the front. So I'm hopping, kick. So one more time, I'm over here. I'm hopping on my left leg, kicking with this right leg to the front, hop. And that's the first movement starting back over to your right. Okay, so let's try going back and forth. So we'll start with our right leg, and then we'll go to our left leg. So starting with your right, this is 5, 6, 7, 8. This is kick, switch, over, switch. Left side, kick, switch, over, switch, right side, kick. All right, so another cue that might help you is you want to think of your chest facing the front for the first 2 movements and then facing the side for the second 2 movements. So if we try that combination again, just notice how my chest stays to the front for the first 2 kicks, and then when we go to the side, our chest is going to stay there for the second 2 kicks. Okay, so starting with your right again, this is 1, 2 to the front. Now we're going in here for the second 2, 3, 4. Now we're starting all over to go to this side. So the first 2, we need to put our chest to the front. So I'm going to the front, 2. Now finish the other 2, chest to the side, 3, 4, and it starts all over with this kick. All right, so another cue I give my students so they don't get confused about when to kick or when to twist is you want to be kicking on all of your odd counts or the bass sounds. Okay, so all your kicks to the front should be happening on the odd counts or the bass sounds. All the twisting here should be happening on your even counts or the snares. Okay, so let's try counting this through. We'll go right and then we'll go left. Okay, so remember, odd counts kicking, twisting on the even counts, and all the rest is happening on those and counts. Okay, so starting with your right, this is 1 and 2 and to the front, 3 and 4 and to the front, 1. All right, so another cue I give my students to help them out with this movement is to actually have them say kick and twist and instead of counting 1 and 2 and. Okay, so it tells you kind of what you're doing as you're doing the movement. Okay, so starting with your right, we would do kick and twist and kick and twist and. So one more time, you're doing exactly what you're saying, and all the ands, you can think of it as switching your feet. Okay, so starting with your right again, this is kick, switch your feet, and you're twisting over, twist, switch your feet, and kick, and twist, and. All right, so one thing that usually trips up my students is the double hop that happens after the twist. So you really have to remind yourself that you're hopping twice on one leg after you twist. So let's go over this, starting with your right. This is kick and twist. From here, I need to jump on my right leg, this back leg, twice. Okay, once to switch my feet, and then once to get to the front to kick with my left. Here. So one more time with our right. This is going kick and twist, 2 hops with your right. Hop, hop. Okay, so over here, same thing. And twist. Now I need to jump twice with my left leg. So once to switch, and once to get to the front, again. So again, starting with our left, this is going kick and twist, 2 hops, hop, hop. Okay, let's try one whole 8 count. I'm gonna give you a different cue each time we do this. Okay, so the first cue I'm gonna give you is to think of straight legs and bent legs. Okay, so for a whole 8 count, here we go, starting with the right. 5, 6, 7, 8. This is straight, straight, bent, bent, straight, straight, bent, bent, straight, straight, bent, bent, straight, straight, bent, bent. All right, so let's try another 8 count. Now I'm gonna give you the cue of just counting the 4 movements on each side. So starting with your right, 5, 6, 7, 8. Go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so let's try another 8 count focusing on a different cue. This time I'm gonna focus just on where your chest should be facing during the movement. Okay, so for this one, remember front for the 2, side for the other 2. Here we go, starting with your right. 5, 6, 7, 8. Go front, front, side, side, front, front, side, side, front, front, side, side, front, front, side, side. All right, so let's try another 8 count. Now we're gonna focus on the counts. So this time, remember the odd counts we should be kicking, and on the even counts we should be twisting over. Okay, here we go, starting with your right. 5, 6, 7, 8. Go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and. All right, so once you have that down, now I want you to practice doing 2 8 counts in a row just so you get into the rhythm of it. Okay, so starting with your right. So 5, 6, 7, 8. Go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and again and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. All right, so once you have that down, now it's time to add the groove. And again, if you don't know how to groove yet, be sure to check out my previous video I did on it. It's super important that you get that down before you try this out. All right, so like I mentioned in the groove video, we should be rocking back on all of our whole counts. So that's gonna happen on our kick and or our twist. Okay, so let's turn on this side so we can see this a little better. As I kick, I'm gonna be rocking back. So again, that opposition we talked about in the kick and step video. So I'm rocking back. When I do that switch, I'm rocking forward, okay? This is where it gets kind of confusing because you're crossing over, but at the same time, you need to lean back. So as my left crosses over to my right, I'm gonna lean back, okay? And as I switch, I'm gonna reset my body forward, okay? So again, I know this is a little bit confusing, so let's take it slow. Kick again, this is back. You're gonna switch and go forward, and then as you cross over, you need to lean back, okay? So I cross over, back, and then as I switch my feet, forward again. So over here to our left foot, now I'm leaning back and going to the front, back, then I switch forward, then I lean back when I cross, back, and then I switch and lean forward. All right, so let's try a really slow 8 count, now adding the groove, and we'll start with our right leg. Here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8, go back, forward, 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 back, forward. All right, so let's try that again. I'm gonna face the front this time, starting with your right. 5, 6, 7, 8, go back, forward, 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 back, forward. All right, so once you have it down slowly, in order to speed it up, you just want to make your groove a little bit smaller, okay? So since this is such a quick movement, the groove might not be as big. It might be very subtle, but it's still there, okay? So you don't think you have to lean back extra big every time you're doing the groove. It could be literally like super small like this. All right, so now let's try 2 8 counts adding the groove. And again, to go faster, just make your groove a little bit smaller, okay? So starting with right. 5, 6, 7, 8, go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. All right, let's try that one more time. Now I'm gonna face the front. So starting with the right. 5, 6, 7, 8, go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. All right, so once you have that down, of course, the last thing to do is to add your arms. And again, you can do whatever you want with them. Just make sure they're doing something while you're practicing this movement. All right, that's it for this one. Now I know this one's a little bit tricky, but trust me, if you keep practicing and training this one, it's a really fun top rock movement to get down and it becomes second nature in no time. So if you liked the video, be sure to like it and subscribe to my channel. And of course, leave me a comment below. I'll see you in the next one. So close. On each say, let's if you get stutter, I'm stuttering. Focus on your chest. Right, your face, your face. 8 count, 8 count, 8 count. I just won't say that. Why would I say that? Come on. Come on. Counting to the 4.